Well, after months of speculation, George St-Pierre makes it official. He is returning to the octagon, and he will fight Michael Bisping for the 185-pound title. Now, I have mixed emotions about this. I'm glad to see that George St-Pierre is back, but I also wonder, where's the George St-Pierre from, 4 months ago that said the UFC were horrible people, that were treating people horribly, and he was going to join a union because he's tired of seeing fighters treated unfairly. Maybe that's when they didn't want to give him the money that he wanted. But now that he's got the money that he wanted, it's like Krusty the Clown. Hey, Krusty, but I thought you said those guys were creeps. Yeah, that was before I met them. They gave me a bag of money. But, all right, great stuff. It's good for the industry. I totally get it. I'll tell you what, guys, my final bell, I don't really script this too much, but I was planning on talking about my dislike for interim belts, okay? And about how championship belts don't mean anything in the UFC anymore. Conor McGregor doesn't care about the belts. He cares about money. How about Nate Diaz? You hear Nate Diaz crying for a championship fight ever? No. He cries for big money fights. Woodley is the champion, and he'll gladly fight anybody else, not for the belt, because he wants to make money. It's a slippery slope, and it's a dangerous path that the UFC's decided to take by showcasing the superstar mega fights. I don't like it, all right? And I know a lot of people don't as well. But what I was going to tell you is that Ferguson and Khabib is not an interim championship fight. It's an awesome championship fight. It's the first time in UFC history they've had a championship fight where both fighters have come in on at least an 8-fight win streak. It's an unbelievable fight. We don't know what Conor McGregor's future is. And I love this card this week because we got Woodley and Thompson, and we got Khabib and Ferguson. These guys aren't fighting because, I want a piece of the company and all this other bullshit. They're fighting because they want to be champions, all right? Remember the good old days when fighters actually cared about being a champion? Great stuff. I really look forward to this card this week. But, when I look at George St-Pierre coming back, George St-Pierre is a legend. George St-Pierre is a fucking icon. Does George St-Pierre deserve to jump over Jacare right now? Does George St-Pierre deserve to jump over Yoel Romero, who beat Jacare in controversial fashion? Hell no. He doesn't. He doesn't. You know what? Oh, well, Jacare, you don't really speak English all that much, and you're Brazilian, so, you know what? Fuck you. That's what it comes down to. Damian Maia will keep on fighting and fighting, man. Damian Maia is like the greyhound, man, at a track. He's chasing a fake rabbit. One more, Damian. Yeah, Damon's going to win 16 or one more day. We'll give you that title shot. Listen, George St-Pierre comes back. That's great. Fine. Have George St-Pierre fight someone without fucking over everybody else. And how about Michael Bisping, man? Michael Bisping catches lightning in a fucking bottle, wins the championship belt, and now has successfully ran from everybody. He really has. And, he's fighting George St-Pierre. You know the big difference between fighting George St-Pierre and Yoel Romero and Jacare's for Bisping? He's not going to end up in a fucking hospital after for a month, okay? Jacare might have killed him, literally. Yoel Romero, remember in WWE, remember the old days, with Kevin Nash? And, there was a hole in the ring. He slammed so hard, you go through the ring and stuff. That's what Romero would have done to Bisping. Bisping's face would have been the UFC, the cage. You wouldn't have been able to, just would have Bisping's body. Bam. Spread out and dead. Seriously. So Bisping makes big money. He gets to fight George St-Pierre. Hey, great. We get George St-Pierre coming back. But, I guess rankings and winning fights don't mean jack shit anymore. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.